Greece has had enough of illegal migrants using their shores as a ticket into Europe. The small nation is defying Europe's lax policy on accepting illegal immigrants making the dangerous voyage across the seas from the Middle East and Africa on small boats, finally shutting the door and turning them back.
Greece has started rounding up and arresting illegal migrants. These guys who arrived in Crete from Libya were hauled onto a bus straight to a detention centre. The country recently declared it would suspend all asylum applications from North African countries and set to work as soon as the law was signed. Hundreds of mainly men had arrived in one day, but the Navy and buses were there ready to detain them.
The Greek immigration minister did not mince his words when speaking to Parliament about this issue, very clearly saying illegals are not welcome.
Η ελληνική κυβέρνηση, ο Έλληνας Πρωθυπουργός ο Κυριάκος Μητσοτάκης θα πάρει όλα τα απαιτούμενα μέτρα για να προστατεύσει την πατρίδα μας από αυτό το οποίο γίνεται.
Online commentators applauded this firm stance, saying, Greece just showed what leadership looks like. No loopholes, no excuses. Secure the borders. Protect your people. It's not complicated. Time for the UK to wake up. This commentator agreed, saying Greece just did what every other country has the right and duty to do. Protect its people, enforce its laws and shut the door on the globalist border scam. Brussels can whine all it wants. The people are done being overrun. This comes after hundreds of men arrived from northern Africa on boats, but instead of being allowed to freely walk into Greek towns, they were hauled up by the Coast Guard.
Go back! Everybody go!
And illegals are now promptly bussed back by police. Unsurprisingly, the illegal migrants are not happy about the situation, yelling in protest. And commentators from the UK are envious of the new laws in Greece, with GB News host Alex Armstrong saying, Greece has just passed new laws. If you are an illegal migrant, you can go straight to prison for 5 years or be given a ticket home. They've already started deporting hundreds of them. Why can't or won't our government do the same? Former UK Border Force Director General Tony Smith is hopeful for Europe, saying Greece's new laws signal a changing of the tide.
And I think, we are seeing a wind of change, aren't we, in Europe, not just in Greece, but in a number of European countries which are swinging violently to the right. We've had 10,000 in Crete recently just arrived. They are saying Crete is completely overwhelmed, Martin, 4,000 in the last week. What the new minister is saying is he's going to detain them all and deport them all, which is actually what I've been saying we need to do. We need to detain everybody and deport everybody to stop this. So that's what he's saying he's going to do.
And it seems these laws are desperately needed in the UK, particularly after a wild week of protests by concerned parents after an illegal migrant was charged with sexual assault on a child.
Coming down in the wind, but look, at the end of the day, I'm a father. I've got 2 girls and I've got a young boy. I'm scared for their safety in an area where we've got unvetted, unchecked men just roaming about.
Reform UK leader Nigel Farage took a page out of Greece's foreign policy book, promising to deport all illegal migrants right back to where they came from, resulting in a standing ovation from the crowd.
Everyone that comes illegally will be deported, full stop, end of story.
But this commentator isn't so convinced, demanding details of how Farage will get this done. He said, yes, that's great, but he needs to put some meat on the bones of this policy. How will he deport people if they destroy their passports and we don't know their nationality, or if their home country refuses to take them? These problems are easily solved, but we need his solutions.